There's something that I need to address before I get into my Roshan rules, and it's not telling you to download Raid. It's that I know that half of you, probably more than half of you, think deep down at a core level that you don't have control of when your team Roshes. I am here to shut down that cope. I promise you, Anon, if I was in your game, playing your hero, at your MMR, my team would come when I call for Roshan. Why? Very simple. Because I earned the call. You need to earn calls you make in Dota. You need to prove to your team that you are worthy of being listened to by having a good game. If you're not having a good game, your team will be a lot less likely to listen to you just because they don't respect you, right? Good communication also helps a lot. Don't talk too much, right? Because if you do that, then your voice, or even if you're typing, same thing applies. It'll just blend into the background. Also, don't have a negative or whiny tone at all. Right? This is a communication 101, but how you say something is just as important, if not more important than what you say. And the other thing is Dota teammates are very quick to judge. So if you like mess up once, right, and you like type one annoying thing or say one thing in like a really annoying tone, it's over, right? They won't listen to you. You have to be really good about this. The other really important thing here, and why my team would Rosh if I was at your MMR, and it's about 90% of the time, guys, when you can get your team to Rosh if you do these things properly. It's not 100, but it's pretty close. Your in-game body language speaks. And oftentimes this speaks louder than what you say or the tone you say it in, right? If you want to hit Rosh and you just go stand in the Rosh pit, or like you want to Torm and you just stand at the Tormentor and you just start hitting it, and it's obviously like not efficient and your HP is like ticking down, like your team will come, right? Your team will come. Or if you don't want to be as psycho as me, you don't need to hit it. You can just stand there for like an awkward amount of time and then apply the good communication principles I said above. And if you're having a good game, they'll come hit it, right? I promise, guys, again, 90% of the time, they will come hit it. So before you whine in my comment section about how your team won't come, make sure you check these 3 boxes. Check these 3 boxes, then come back to me in the comments and then whine to me. But check these 3 boxes first, guys. Don't talk too much, don't have a negative or whiny tone, and make sure your in-game body language is also communicating what you are communicating. Time to talk shop, guys. When it comes to Roshan is generally really underrated. Team fighting with an Aegis is like fighting 6v5, and it's absolutely game winning to take a team fight with an Aegis, and it's absolutely game losing to go dive a tier 2 without an Aegis. First thing is it's really important to be conscious of your team's Rosh potential, right? How quickly can you do Rosh? This is something that makes a big difference, right? In your decision making if you can do it quickly, because then you can do the old sneak Rosh. You can do the old Roshan sneak. And I've won a lot of pubs that I had no business winning by making a cheeky sneak Rosh call. Very simple. I see multiple enemy heroes on the other side of the map, the opposite side of the map, and then you just make the call, your team goes in, and you get an Aegis. But this doesn't work if your team takes a while, right, to do it, because the longer you're hitting it in the pit, the more likely the enemy will sniff out that something's up and then come contest. Sneaking Rosh is especially effective if it's about to change from night to day or day to night and it's about to move, because the enemies are probably planning on contesting it when it moves. And they're not thinking that you're going to do it when there's, 20 seconds on the clock. But if you're sneaking Rosh and the enemy is contesting, guys, you have to back out of the pit first. You have to back out of the pit and fight them, or just fall back, or you will lose the game. Okay, be aware. It's a risky play, guys, and it requires you to be on top of it if the enemy does decide to contest. Some really good Rosh heroes, just so you know off the top of my head, it's like Slardar, right, because he has Corrosive Haze, Juggernaut, Healing Ward Ursa, obviously Templar Assassin, Snapfire. If there's a Solar Crest on your team, it's good. Pangolier, right? There are more for sure, and the more of these heroes you have on one team, the better it is. All right, so now let's talk about the hard Rosh rules, right? So these are circumstances where you should not Roshan. The first is if you haven't done the single best thing you can do to support me yet, which is download Raid with my beginner link. Then you should not Rosh. You should do this first. And guys, you probably know by now, I'm partnering with GameLeap, right? That noob speed, and they are supporting my Dota content and allowing me to make more Dota content than ever and better Dota content than ever. And I'm playing Raid Shadow Legends now. And right now, to make a long story short, I'm on a short-term trial with GameLeap. And if a lot of you guys sign up for raid with my beginner link in the description, it means that they'll sign me on for the long term. And what that means for you is you're going to get my Dota content right at this volume for the next like year. So you clicking that link and signing up and doing the tutorial, right? You need to do the tutorial for me to get credit. That's how they track it. Is a win-win, right? It's a win for you because again, you will continue to get this content that you know and love from me for the next like year. Because if they don't sign me for the long term, I have to reevaluate my life, right? I don't think that I can really justify doing this anymore if you know, I'm not making money doing it. So I'd have to leave the Roche pit and go put the fries in the bag. The Dota content most likely goes poof. So it's a win for you because of that, right? You keep getting my content, and it's a win for me because I get to make a living doing what I love. And it only takes 5 to 10 minutes from you clicking the link to tutorial completion. It doesn't cost you any money. And by doing it, again, you're supporting me, you're supporting NA Dota, you're supporting the Dota scene as a whole. And guys, listen up. Listen up. I will be the first to admit that raid is a stupid pay to win game, right? So if it's not your cup of tea, you know, no harm, no foul. Just uninstall it after you did the tutorial. You supported me. Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. What you do after the tutorial is not my business. If you do like it, it is a chill game at the end of the day, right? It's pretty relaxing for me to play. You can join my clan. I'm playing it pretty much every day. My clan is getting pretty powerful. The Krabby Raid clan. If you do want to do that, join my Discord and there's a raid channel in there and you can tell me and I'll make a slot in the clan for you. Or one of my clan officers will. And go do it now, guys, because we all know it happens to things that we put off, right? They just don't get done. So do it right now as you're watching this video, maybe on a second monitor you can do it, or right after this video. And guys, every single sign up really does go a long way because it's pretty close right now if I'm gonna get this long-term contract. And if you do end up playing, my beginner link gives you like $200 worth of legendary champions and like good stuff in the game to accelerate your progress. So you'll have fun with that. And if you've already done this, guys, thank you so much for your support. So the second circumstance when you should not Roshan is if it's 5v5 and there are enemies anywhere remotely close to the Roshan pit. If you do want to go Rosh because you want to progress the game, and this is the case, the protocol is to smoke first near the Roshan pit, get a pick off, and then go Rosh, right? I would not recommend just going in the pit and just hitting it. Unless there's some nuance to it, and I'll get into it in a bit. Next condition when you should not Rosh is if your lanes are bad. If there's one or more lanes that are shoved into you, then it will be giga obvious that you're Roshing. And then when you inevitably lose the Rosh fight, the enemy will push your base because their waves are already at your base. And then it's just GG. But about this wave shove thing, so the opposite also applies, right? Like if your waves are good, if your waves are pushed into the enemy, you can go in the pit and then just kind of like feel it out and see what happens. But if the enemy comes, if they do end up coming, and you'll know if they're coming because your waves are shoved in, right? The waves give you information. Then you should back off out of the pit, fight them first, and then take Rosh, right? It's very disadvantageous to take a fight from within the Rosh pit. You will likely get wiped. If your team is fighting from in the pit, meaning your team is hitting it and the enemy team comes in, your team's just at an extreme disadvantage based on positioning, and your team will be missing HP and spells from the Rosh. Okay, so this next Rosh rule kind of trumps everything. If you're at a numbers advantage, if you're 4v5, right, just go hit Rosh. And then if the enemy comes, again, guys, fight them first. Especially, and this is so just like it's important to be conscious of your team's Rosh potential, it's also important to be conscious of the enemy team's, not Rosh potential, but their like Roshan team fight potential, right? So if it's 4v5, but the enemy has like Magnus, Disruptor, Warlock, like you guys could still get wiped. But either way, it's just good etiquette to, if the enemy comes back out of the pit, fight the enemy first. And also, guys, if you're following these other rules, you should know if the enemy is coming. It's very simple, guys. Back out of the pit, kill the noobs, back into the pit. It's like clockwork. Very organized, very organized. And another general tip, guys, is to think about Roshan earlier than you think. And to Rosh before you siege T2s. Rosh before you siege T2s. Happy Roshing out there, fellas.